Back into Against the Storm we go. And our progress remains. So what is this thing? This thing is Cloaked Wanderer. Selected to interact with it, it will disappear from your map. Okay, so we can just do that, and it looks like we're doing a regular settlement. We could go Cursed Woodlands if we wanted to, but we don't have to. Let's do this. Oh yes, I remember this now. This was all bad. So we're actually going to ignore that guy, as sad as that is. So what do we have for options here? If we did this Royal Woodlands here, we would be in range of picking up this question mark next time. But like, is there value to us going up here so that we reveal all three of these and then heading down? I kind of feel like this is the play. Foxes and beavers isn't a bad start. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, I think I'm going to come up here so that I get the question marks. I think this one is looking like the obvious choice. I like to lock in beavers. I like the extra population. We can probably grab this. And then I like some cheap food, some cheap lumber, and I think more cheap food. I bought some expensive food. And I'm planning to continue pushing this. Villagers with low resolve leave faster. Okay, that's a little worrisome. You don't think we should take lumber on Royal Woodlands. So you would ditch lumber and one of these in order to pick up maybe stone? I still feel like you can never have too much wood in the early game, but maybe I overvalue it. When I see one cost wood, I always take it, I feel like. But maybe that is indeed not the play. Okay, so we'll go with this, and yeah, we're going to be close to this, and Prestige 5 is going to make it a little more dicey, so hopefully let's keep everyone happy, but let's get this party a-going. I'm scrolling. All right, so what do we have here? We have Looming Darkness, yeah, we have Muddy Ground. So roads are going to be important, but we've gotten pretty good at roads. Rain is causing trees to rot and fall apart. Woodcutters fell trees 50% faster, but have a 100% chance of destroying their yield. So basically double the chance to destroy it. Acid rain. Dissolve some of the resources transported to your warehouse. Recipe producing buildings yield 50% fewer goods. Acid rain is bad. And then Eerie Song, we know, is pretty bad. So keeping hostility low, I think, is going to be important. No double the chance, but guaranteed. The rain is causing trees to rot and fall apart. Woodcutters fell trees 50% faster, but have a 100% chance of destroying their yield. Oh, so you just can't get wood during the storm once rotting wood is available. Okay. That is more intense than I expected. And then we have this new trends panel, which is going to allow us to select goods and see how quickly we are producing them, which will be interesting. We'll take a look at that once our settlement gets going. Farmland right off the bat in the main area here. How interesting. So let's see. We don't know what our third cadre is going to be. Did we get a spicy blueprint? Given that we have the farmland, supplier looks awfully good here. Gives us a flour option and planks in case we go small farm. So I think that's a relatively safe pick, but we don't have to grab it right away. So we'll get this going, and I'm going to try the strategy that we have discussed previously, which is, if I can find what I'm looking for here. Let's see. So we have these, which are herbalist, these which are harvester. So we'll get the mushrooms going at least, but I'm going to try mainlining it straight for a dangerous glade this time, because people have been getting after me for that, and I'm going to lay out something like this, and we're going to try and cut right on in. Hello, I'm people. Hello, people. I'm Patrick. There we go. So we'll chop in like that. This is going to get a higher priority, so it gets done faster. We'll do the same thing down this way. We'll put that down like that. We can get the farmland cultivated, because I don't think we're going to have that much need for it. I mean, there's this one, which is like marginally closer. But no, not really. They are all relatively the same distance. So we're going to do that. I am going to go double woodcutters camp. Like so. Let's get the priorities of this one up, the priorities of this one up. So these get done first. And then I think I will. Yeah, I won't forget trade post. I generally don't queue up trade post right off the cuff. So the kiln shows up again. Trapper's Camp is interesting, though we are lacking nodes to exploit it. I guess I probably would have wanted one down along here, but we'll do this so far. It's not worth, I don't think it's worth doing the supplier quite yet. So we'll just get a crude workstation going, and I'm going to hold off on this second selection until we see what else comes our way. But let's get going. And I can queue up a low priority trading post. I'd like to get rid of this tree. It is a better plank recipe, and I do think we can afford it. Yeah. Okay. I'll put it down there, and then we do want to get housing going. Historically, I think I've rushed. I've rushed going to big shelters, so we'll just do that. So we're going to get all of our beavers going. And we should have, yeah, we should have a foxfire keeper. And there we go. As soon as that tree went down, now we have space to tuck the trading post in here. I like this trading post location because, at least for the time being, it doesn't use up warehouse adjacent space. Now, I think I'm going to have to widen this corridor. Whoops. That was... Whoops. Like that, so we can actually put that in there. I read the patch notes that uncapped the farming plant harvest speed, so turbo farming is possible now, unlike before where bonus was capped at 50%. I'm not sure I understand what turbo farming is per se, but I'm very excited to hear it. Gain 10 ember every time a villager dies or leaves. There's a world in which we could leverage that. That sounds intense. Right now I'm leaning towards blood price. I don't think From the Ashes is worth it. And I think local taxes would be great if we thought we could get ale production going, but I'm not. That is not something that we have consistently done in previous runs. This is just kind of like a safeguard. If things start to go bad, at least we'll get rich. And worst case scenario is kind of nothing. So that's probably what I'm going to grab, but it's not going to become instantly impactful. So we can hold off on it. See what our first set of orders look like. Beaver Resolve. Oh, right off the bat. This is very aggressive for the first 17 minutes of our game. So if we were going to do that, we would have to absolutely haul on cracking into this and potentially also cracking into this because it's at least relatively accessible. That seems like a lot to do. Three glade events doesn't mean dangerous glade events. That is true, but it does... It only... I guess that's true. I'm just worried that we're gonna strike out and we're gonna open some small glades and there's gonna be nothing. Like, we could retask these guys. Actually, not easily, now that I look at it, but that's a different story. This could get moved to back here, and we could crack into these three really quickly, but we have to find stuff, right? We're basically guaranteed one here. Okay, we'll roll the dice on it. All right, well, if we're going for it, we're going for it, I guess. Two buildings with rain punk engines is pretty likely. Holy cow. Speedy real estate. Have at least one hearth upgraded to level 1. Aren't we pretty close on this? Like, level 1 only requires 8 and 4. So we build these two. 23. So we need 10 here, we need 10 here, and then we would need to build the garden. Excuse me, the park, which would be another 8. So we're 5 wood short. I think we can get 5 wood and do that. Did I not deactivate the trading post? Yeah. So let's see. There we go. So we've stopped everything. We're gonna keep our woodsman woodsing, but we'll try it. All right, slightly spicy. And I'm gonna flag these 2 trees just so that we're getting them. We only need 2. Oh, you're right. We need 3. I would have messed that up. I forgot they don't hold 4. They only hold 3. All right. Oh, we're going to be very close then because I miscounted the amount of wood that we required. I counted it as 28. We have no wood here. And we only have 5 wood here. We have all 10 wood that we need here. We need 7 wood here. We have all 10 wood that we need here, and we need 8 wood here. I think we hold off a second. Does the cruise station, wood station does have... Good call. Did the trading post get any wood delivery? No. This is using planks, so we don't worry about that. Delivery's already in progress here. Go Speed Racer, go. Yeah, Chris. I haven't seen these early ones, but yes, good call. What's our current timer on this one? We have 2 minutes left. Short 2 wood. Can't do a forced delivery here. Make sure that delivery's going. I think we have more than enough builders available. 7 builders for 2 things seems like I shouldn't have dropped people from here, but... Okay. House is getting built. All right, everything's getting built. Looks like we'll get that one going. Yeah, so we had time. But now we have the other timed order, as a side note, that is still a spicy so-and-so. We can wait to do this for another minute, so I think we just leave it. And then this, I'm just going to move over to here so we can move this here because we need to get cracking into these if we're going to find more. Yeah, but I still think it behooves us to start cracking into stuff in case we have bad RNG. Now, you are more excited and lustrous about the kiln than I necessarily am. So you like it for fuel security, basically? Burn coal instead of burning wood. And it gives us a better source of bricks, I guess. I can see it. Okay, we'll grab it. This one, the beanery we really like. We also just got improved pickled goods. So beanery looks like a great choice too. Now, are we... We have no oil, so we're not burning oil. Yeah, beanery is going to get our porridge production going, so I'm pleased with that. Okay, so let's see. So the crude workstation, we're going to disable bricks and disable planks. This, I'm going to move like this. And then I'm going to see about how are we doing on... Yeah, we need to get this staffed up. For now, no flour, no water skins, just planks. Let's just get to 10. That might be a little low. Let's set it to 20. Everybody's housed, right? No, not everybody is housed. How big is the beanery? The beanery is a 3x3. Let's put that there for now. Is it 3x2? All right. Well, nonetheless, I was hoping to get as much Queen's Impatience for speedy real estate to offset. But that may make our first storm a little more painful. Okay, it did autocomplete. Good. What are we floating for build? We're only floating 2 builders right now, so I'm not going to bother getting these flax fields harvested. We got a clay deposit. Oh, humans are our 3rd. I'm pretty psyched about that. But I do think we go eggs. I want to get some early money. I think that's better than getting the 2 people in this case. Yep, #1 event. We're good on that front. As much as I like people, I think it could be event number 2 and 3 also. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go this way. Put 1 fox on it. Grab that. Yeah, and I think what I'm going to do is, just for the moment, I'm going to leave these guys shopping here, because I want to see what's in here before I do anything else. I want to see if we have our 2 events in here, because then we don't need to aggressively expand into these little ones. We'll get there. I want to get this tree. These 2 trees done ASAP. You do have access to those, right? Yeah. We need to extend our path. Now, what did I see in here that I liked? We do have an herb garden, which would mean that we could get this operational. In fact, I'm going to move this down here just to get this so that I'm ready to do that. The herb garden doesn't sound like a bad idea. Well, we need a water source, right, in Lustrous, but that helps a lot. That does help a lot. Any day now, people. Let's get into this so I can see. So we have a medium cache, and we have the stone for it, I believe. And we have fallen beaver traders, which we're not going to have the materials. Who's coming as our first? Yep. Yeah, cache is a Glade event, and we can start working on that immediately. We also got our second farmland, which is pretty huge. And what the heck does a stamping mill do? Okay, at least it gives us a bars recipe, and it gives us a pottery recipe. We got some nice big clay deposits here. Okay, so I think we're good. How long does this take to solve? Seeing their fallen kin has taken a toll on the villagers. Minus 12 resolve is only active when the corresponding Glade event is being worked. I think we still do it after the storm, though. Right? Because we have time. Yeah, so I'm not gonna rush that one out the door. And we'll work on the cache and a few other things while we're in the storm and we can't be wood chopping. So I think for now we hold out. Right, because that herb garden is going to give us, yeah, that's full coverage, right? Yes. So let's look at this trend graph really quickly. What's our, how's our plank production going? So our wood production is up and to the right. Are we capped on planks? Is that why this is flatlined? Should I start? I should probably put one fox on doing this solve. Doesn't take that long. Yeah, let's get him going. I am out of builders now, though. That would be the one thing. So let's do that. So we have our events, which is fantastic. Both of these will be completed with our 3 Glade events. We'll have no homeless. I'll probably queue up farmland over here. Now, we did not come up with any geysers in anything that we've cracked open, which would be the last key ingredient we need for getting porridge production on lockdown. We could make a rainwater collector. But it's far less elegant than the alternative. Okay, so that one is solved, which means we have free foxes now. So we have 2 builders. We could get something plowed if we get this going, but the lack of... Actually, I'm going to deactivate that. I don't think we build this right now. Maybe we do, actually. Let's see. So the path's going to go in like this, and then I'll bisect this with the path there. Hey, Brian. Tried out Spell Rogue the other day after watching you play it. I have decided that Fracturize combined with Furnace is OP. Ooh, I don't think I've even seen Fracturize yet. That's exciting. What's the explain to me how that combo works? This is covered, right? Yeah. Means we'll queue up that, and then we will zero things out. We're gonna get a lot of building done during this hiatus. Where are my warehouses at? Let's see. So I'm gonna do that, and then we will path like that. And then I wanted to get a stonecutter camp going on. I still struggle with these icons and what they mean, I will say. Okay, let's see. So now during the hiatus, we'll put beavers in there. Is it covering everything? You're referring to this? This one's covering everything. This one's covering everything. So I believe the answer is yes. So let's see. For when we start chopping wood again, I want to kind of clear out this space. Oh, yeah, we have high resolve, don't we? That's a good call. That's surprising. I didn't expect to have so much. Okay, so Fracturize. It takes dice and splits them into ones. At first it's 2 to 3, but I chose to upgrade it to let you put in 2 to 5. Putting in 5 gets you 5 ones, which can be fed into Furnace to lower the countdown of all spells by 12. Oh, I could definitely see that being pretty ridiculous. For now, we'll try and get the plowing done over here. I'm kind of hoping that the delivery of people that we get has a few humans in it, so we can get this field going more appropriately. Now, Rain Collector still requires people, right? We should probably still build one. And we can build these anywhere, I believe, right? Well, the people still have to take breaks down here, I think. But we'll do that. Wait, what is in the way here? Let's get this queued up so that we're... Yeah, so we're doing something like that. So now the path eventually will be able to merge up with that. Yes, unless they added robots to it. Okay. Robot all the things. I want this game to turn into sci-fi. That's all. Right, so this is getting... Why is this not happening? Or is this happening and they're just taking their time going back and forth? Okay, now it's being worked. This is being worked as well. Show me humans. Well, one human is better than no humans. I'll take a human and a fox, I think. I actually think I'm going to take the fox and the beaver. The copper doesn't interest me that much. I like getting the bricks, and I'd like to get a third beaver so we can max out beavers in our lumber mills. So I'll go that direction with it. Unless I'm really short on people, I still like to use people on geysers. Robots have a 0 chance of doubling production. Which ones you get the bonus from? That's interesting. I find that the thing about the robots is they produce enough for the stuff that I'm consuming, though. That's like that's the thing. I rarely care about increasing production of water because I generally feel like I have enough. Now, I do think they made a change here. Let's just test this. Yellow trees. Yeah, the trees get unhighlighted when you move, when they're no longer in range of a lumber mill. I think that's new. All right, you guys are done. We haven't finished this one. So let's just get some more builders going. At least I think that's a new visual change. We're at 2 of 3, and this one is coming in quick as well. I want to see our mushroom trend. Okay. That's cool. You can see where it's coming from, too. Yeah, I do like that change. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 person in here, or maybe even 2. I should probably up the warehouse priority so we get that going.